far into the west as your eyes can see, and then some. Canyon of Death. The Indians say you can hear cries in the night down there that you'll hear all your life. It'll be 8 or 10 days to water, if you live to see it. And I ain't saying any of us will.
10 obscure yet badass westerns of the 50s. A nostalgic countdown. The 1950s were a golden era for westerns, filled with iconic heroics and fierce showdowns. However, many hidden gems emerged during this time, showcasing unique stories and unforgettable characters. Here's a countdown of 10 obscure yet badass westerns that deserve a spot in the sun for their gritty excellence. If you enjoy this video, hit notification to get my new videos. Check out my channel and Facebook page. The links are in the description. Like, share and subscribe. I appreciate it. Let's get into it. 10. The Naked Spur, 1953. Directed by Anthony Mann, this film stars James Stewart as a bounty hunter, who teams up with 3 other men to track down an outlaw. The tense interactions and moral dilemmas make this a gripping tale of obsession.
You pretty soon, Cab? Oh, I've seen him with women. He'll look and think, and then he'll reach out and take. And the way things are, who's to... I mean, you got a man. At least you stick to him.
He's not my man.
Well, you're with him, ain't you?
Not like you mean.
Oh, I'd forget.
The raw and savage experience of a wild, primitive beauty at the mercy of desperate men. They gambled their lives for what each man desired most. James Stewart, willing to pay any price to create a future that will hide his past. Janet Leigh, willing to defy any man strong enough to win her. Robert Ryan, willing to make any deal to win a woman and escape the law. Ralph Meeker, willing to betray friend or foe for love or money. Millard Mitchell, willing to join any scheme for any payoff.
Quit that! Dead or alive, it says.
Stop him, they won't have a chance.
Chance at what? To kill us all? All right, if that's what you want, I'll give him a chance. There. Now, cut him loose. Cut him loose!
Number 9. The Man from the Alamo, 1953. Starring Glenn Ford, this film tells the story of a man left behind during the Battle of the Alamo. His struggle to redeem himself and prove his bravery makes for an engaging narrative.
This here is the man that left the Alamo.
The bitter scorn and hatred of an embattled people followed him wherever he went. But in his heart was the secret pledge to crush a band of murdering guerrillas and avenge the infamous Oxbow Massacre.
Then why don't you tell him the truth?
Who'd believe it?
I do.
Hugh O'Brien and Victor Jory as a marauding renegade.
Now I'm gonna find out if you're really yellow.
What do you want me to do, let him lie here and die?
Why not? Save him the trouble of hanging him.
I don't care what he's done. He's a human being, and he's going to be treated like one.
Sergeant, if we leave now, these people would be defenseless. There are no able-bodied men here.
I'm still here. How would you classify me?
As a deserter, Mr. Stroud.
Oh?
And now fate put this coward at the head of a wagon train full of women and children, rushing headlong toward massacre and destruction.
Come on, get those children down behind that bank.
Come on,
These women know how to shoot a gun.
They don't know how I can teach
All right,
them.
come on, let's go.
Number 8. 7 Men From Now, 1956. In this classic, directed by Bud Boticher, Randolph Scott plays a former sheriff hunting down the men who killed his wife. With its strong performances and taut direction, it's a must-watch for Western fans.
The killing back in Silver. Didn't he tell you?
No.
Reckon he wouldn't at that. Silver Express office was held up. Fargo box was stole. A lot of shooting. Somebody was bound to get hurt. Just too bad it had to be her.
Number 7, The Last Wagon, 1956. This film stars Richard Widmark as a Comanche-raised white man who protects a group of settlers. The themes of prejudice and redemption are powerfully explored amidst thrilling action sequences.
As far into the west as your eyes can see, and then some. Canyon of Death. The Indians say you can hear cries in the night down there that you'll hear all your life.
And that was the start of an incredible hardships that tried men so bloodthirsty Apache ambush for the strangest band of adventurers fate ever threw together.
This here's Comanche Todd. Don't be fooled by the color of his eyes and his skin. He may be white, but inside he's all Comanche. Lived with him 20 years of his own choosing. And I say any Indian living white who chooses Comanches against his own kind is no
Going
good.
back to the wagon. If it's to be our last night, I want to spend it here with you.
The Last Wagon. You lived in it, you fought in it, you loved in it, and sometimes you died in it.
Number 6, The Tin Star, 1957. Henry Fonda plays a bounty hunter who mentors a young sheriff, Anthony Perkins, in this film that questions the nature of justice and heroism. It has a thoughtful narrative with strong character development.
Persuasion.
Number 5, Day of the Outlaw, 1959. This film stands out for its stark atmosphere and moral complexity. Robert Ryan plays a rancher caught between a gang of outlaws and his own community, resulting in a tense showdown.
Tex, rile him, and you're going to hear some screaming in this town today. Denver, half Cheyenne. Him hate white men, but he doesn't feel half so badly about white women.
Robert Ryan, Tina Louise, Burl Ives, all at the peak of their star performances in the down-to-earthiest drama of all.
You won't turn your men loose, Bruin. They want to get drunk. They want to have some fun. You won't let that happen. They could swallow this town whole, and nobody would be alive to tell the tale. Tex.
Number 4, The Bounty Hunter, 1954. It stars Randolph Scott and features themes of vengeance and justice, set in the American West, making it a fitting alternative from that era.
Neither outlaw nor officer of the law, he was more feared than either. For when the sheriff's posse failed and the federal marshal lost the criminal trail, this man took the path of target of the renegades he sought, scorned by those he protected, dreaded by everyone. He followed the grim business of sudden death for reward. This man they called the...
Anybody ever ask you how you come to take up bounty hunting?
Yeah,
Well?
I'm counting the reasons. You really think you could buy me off?
Well, I wouldn't put it exactly like that.
We might be able to scrape up a little more.
There's a bounty on the man I'm after. My father once made a mistake, too. The day 2 men came in to rob him, he didn't have enough money, so they shot him. Ever since I've been old enough to handle a gun, I've made every murderer I could lay my hands on help pay for it.
Number 3, The Jayhawkers, 1959. This film features Fess Parker in a tale set during the Bleeding Kansas conflict. It touches on the turbulent period's struggle and showcases the fierce nature of the characters involved.
Necessities. But let me tell you this, before I'm through, I'm going to give the people of Kansas a fine, big country of their own, with as rich a life as any place on earth.
As long as they live it your way.
Kind of wish you'd make that our way.
Our way, Darcy.
Number 2, The Gunfighter, 1950. Although this film is slightly outside the 50s range, its impact on the decade's westerns cannot be overstated. Gregory Peck stars as a gunfighter, tired of his violent life, making poignant reflections on fate and the nature of fear.
Talking to Mr. Ringo. I want to know what you meant by that remark he passed.
How come I gotta run into a squirt like you nearly every place I go these days? What are you trying to do, show off in front of your friends?
Are you ready to back up that remark or not?
What about this? Ain't some of you fellas in charge of this donkey?
I'm telling you, Mr. Ringo. Eddie don't mean no real harm, Mr. Ringo.
Then let Eddie keep his big, ugly nose out of my business if he don't want to get it slapped. Did you see that?
Yes, sir. He drew first.
Number 1, Ride Lonesome, 1959, directed by Bud Bowditcher and starring Randolph Scott. This film is often considered a pinnacle of the Western genre, with its minimalist style and a focus on morality and personal vendetta. Ride Lonesome delivers a powerful narrative with deep character exploration. The cinematography captures the rugged terrain beautifully, further amplifying the sense of isolation and intensity throughout. These films may not all be household names, but they offer a unique take on the Western genre, bleeding tradition with innovative storytelling.
What am I supposed to do? Walk. I don't think so. You let me go. You don't, I swear I'll cut you in two.
I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think in the comments. I appreciate your likes, shares, and subscribers. Hit the notification button to get my new videos. Take a look at my channel and check out my Facebook page. The links are in the description. I am Wrangler. Bye for now. See you again soon.
Go right out from Billy.
Don't let him do it, Frank.
I done you enough, Brigade. Don't make me kill you.
Stop me!
Interesting facts about famous people.